Okay, Lotto. All right, Lotto. We'll talk about it, Lotto. I know exactly what you mean. I really do know what you mean. We'll talk about it. See, when you were like showing in your video, I was paying attention to your video. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about this up here. You're talking about how it's at the end of the bridge, also. But, like, okay, all right. So I know what you're saying, and it's time we show them. Like, yeah, it's time. It's time. I've already talked about bras. I've talked about Maya bras, but I know exactly what you're wanting me to show here. You're wanting to show to them right here what exactly this is. We know what this is. Yeah, it's exactly what we think it is, and it's crazy because it's stretched out. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. What it is. Yeah, yeah, it's a penis. Yeah, it's a penis. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying, can I get to this angle that they don't even see coming? And yes, I can. I started with Starfall, and Starfall was just an easy one, because I could use her name, Starfall, um, and they could look her up, through her name, Starfall. But, like, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about because it's crazy that Shadow Colossus is even able to do stuff like this. But, like, I know what you're talking about. There's a cliff area that I of course plan on breaking down. But you and Cardi B, I know you definitely want me to break down the really, really good stuff. And I appreciate you giving me tell me about that good hint of that, because that is, but that's, like, I feel like you know what I'm saying. I feel like right here, because let's start to tell them, right, let's start to tell them this line right here, and then you put that little spot there. We already know that's, like, not only is it a penis, it's also that the line that's following it, that's a vagina. So, like, I know what you're talking about. I do. I know what you're talking about. This game is insane. This game really is insane. But it's hard to talk about it straight up, and it's crazy because when we look at your angle, when we look at from your angle, which I do, I like looking through your angle. I do. I've been waiting to talk about stuff like this, but like you go, like, even like near the area that you were talking about, and right up here we have Yoshi Eye stuff. We have popping up of Yoshi Eyes right there. Yeah, you want me to talk about the good stuff. I know. You want me to talk about the good stuff. It definitely looks like a claw, also. Looks like a claw. It it's so messed up because it does look like the top of boobs too. So it does look like boobs poking out. But and that's the crazy thing that I just can't even imagine wrap in my head. I know what you want me to talk about. You want me to talk about pointed beak, and possibly that's what pointed beak is. But I gotta work on that until I get a conclusion. But I get what you're saying. Pointed beak might be that the growing of, like, it might be what you're talking about. And I just. I know you want to talk about the crazy stuff. You want me to talk about the stuff that's out of this world kind of stuff. Like, look down there. And that's the thing, too. Even though we talk about Triforce pieces, yes, that definitely looks like, you know what? That definitely looks like what you want me to talk about. So, I can't believe this crap. Sometimes I like to calm down for the viewers, too, because the viewers, I don't know if they're ready, Cardi B. I don't know if any of them are, like, ready for this stuff, because this stuff is crazy. Like, look, we even have this. I'm always paying attention, Cardi B. I'm paying attention to this little thing. I'm definitely paying attention to that. But, like, because, that definitely does look like that looks like a bunch of crazy things. That definitely does look like, though, just from seeing the appearances of it, it definitely, oh my gosh, it looks like what I saw, but it also, yes, it does. It also looks like an insect. Yeah, that does look like an insect. But like the actual, like, I know what you're talking about, like the actual, the pretty hard stuff just to even imagine could be in this game. Like the harder perspective angle. That's a really hard one to get at. But like that's and that's why I always like even like stupid things like these two joysticks. I am definitely always paying attention to the two joysticks because of Yoshi. But there's also like it's nuts. I know exactly what you're talking about. You're talking about like ridge lines, like how a line is like a ridge like that. So here's like a line and it's like a ridge, and then it does that. And we even have another one of your examples that you were talking about, like right there. I they're just not ready. You know what I'm saying? They're not ready for this stuff. But they're like there's the bra. That's funny how that's like a bra. I've always been like, this has to be a bridge. Okay, so this has to be a bridge, and if this is going to be a bridge to any of a character, I think I would get to the conclusion that it's because it has the sharp points, so that I could say is a Maya, and if not, it's a Shantae bridge, But like, yeah, that's a bridge of Maya. And then like even up here. Like I know what the nuts things you're talking about. This is a mouth too. Yeah, this is like a mouth. But like the provocative stuff is just like it's insane. I do have another one of the provocative things you're thinking about me to talk about. But like that I have a breakdown for another video on that one. But like that's dude, I love the stuff that I know. They're just the stuff that's like creepy. Not even just creepy, just doing stuff. Like look right there. Even in the midst of all this. See, you got my brain working. In the midst of that is definitely a head fusion. That is a head fusion all day. This head fusion, we got legs. That is definitely a fusion. There is no way that's not an example of a fusion, And it's funny how these clouds can do almost everything. Like they can do stuff like up here where they're like, yeah. This to break down those stuff, it's gonna be with a bunch of other stuff, of course. Yeah, other stuff. I even like this down here because that does look like a skin imprint. I know what skin imprints are. I know what you're talking about, girl. Yeah, those definitely look like skin imprints. But the see, I don't even like how that looks like almost like the little Triforce piece. Like the little Triforce piece being something else, right? And, it doesn't help that we're kneeling down to feet. Yeah, but like the actual, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about like the actual identity of this game. Oh my gosh, yeah, that that's